This is WGAL8 Brainbusters. We're here at Studio A, where all crew, players, and audience members are fully vaccinated as we follow strict COVID protocols.
From Studio A, this is WGAL8 Brainbusters. Now, here's your host, Rich Rosen.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to our show. Welcome aboard. We're glad you're here, and we're so excited to have Gettysburg and Trinity back for a second appearance. Both of these teams performed brilliantly the first time they were here. One team will return for a third time. Who will it be? Well, let's start finding out now, because here comes today's opening round. 10-point questions, one big brain buster brought to you by Turkey Hill. Welcome to all 6 of you. Pick up those signaling buttons and let's use them now, beginning with this 10-point question. It's a mile deep, more than 200 miles long, and as much as 18 miles wide. What is this deep gorge in Arizona? Ethan? The Grand Canyon is correct for 10 points. He was league MVP, 2-time finals MVP, and the Lakers' all-time leading scorer. Who is this LA Lakers guard who... Connor?
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash in 2020. It is the temperature at which the vapor pressure of a liquid is equal to the external pressure above the liquid surface. For water, at 1 atmosphere, it's 212 degrees. What is it, Alexandra?
The boiling point?
It is the boiling point. It can refer to either the tendon at the back of your knee or to 3 muscles that flex your knee and thigh. What is this anatomical term? Kim?
Hamstring?
It is, and that gets Gettysburg on the board for 10 points. In the theater, it's considered bad luck to mention the play's name, Macbeth. Kim? Oh, sorry, I'm going to complete the question for Trinity. It's considered bad to mention the name Macbeth, so it's called by another name instead. Alexandra.
Scottish play?
It's called the Scottish play. It lies between the exosphere and the stratosphere and reflects radio waves back to Earth. What layer of the atmosphere is it? Ethan? No, sorry, incorrect. Any idea, Gettysburg? Kim?
Ozone?
No, sorry, it's the ionosphere. On the night of June 17th, 1972, police arrested 5 men who had broken into the headquarters. Ben?
Watergate?
Watergate of the Democratic National Committee. It was Watergate was the office and apartment complex. This large Canadian province borders by land and water Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania. Then again,
Ontario.
Ontario is the second largest province of Canada. Legally, it's malicious false speech that damages someone's reputation. Connor?
Slander.
Slander, more generally, of course, it's the abusive attack on a person's character or good name. Good for you. And now it's time for the Big Brain Buster, brought to you by Turkey Hill. For 10 points and a gift certificate for Turkey Hill ice cream for everyone on the team. On December 8th, 2021, she ended her 16-year tenure as one of Europe's most prominent leaders of the post-World War II era. Alexandra?
Angela Merkel?
Angela Merkel is the current, and who succeeded Olaf Scholz. Yeah, you got me quicker than I thought. Congratulations, Trinity. It's the number of bones in your body, assuming, of course, that you have them all. How many is that? Alexandra again?
206.
You are correct again. Barbara Bush was the wife of one president and the mother of another. What is the first and last name of the other woman to have both been a wife and mother of a president? Ben?
Abigail Adams.
Abigail Adams is correct. Balboa reached the Pacific Ocean in 1513. Who first reached the Sea of Tranquility in 1969? Connor?
Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong did, yes. Libraries use the Dewey Decimal System. What number do mathematicians use as the base of the duodecimal system? Ben?
12.
12 is correct. She was Greek goddess of wisdom, the practical arts. Alexandra?
Athena?
Athena, and warfare, the protector of Athens. She was indeed Athena. In 1966, Dick Fosbury developed his technique of launching himself headfirst with his back to the ground. What sport was changed by the Fosbury flop? Connor?
High jump.
High jump is correct, sometimes called an IC. It's the chip at the heart of a computer. What does IC stand for? Oh, we stumped you on integrated circuit. As this natural polymer hardens, it becomes virtually airtight and waterproof, thus preserving ancient insects and small reptiles. Alexandra?
Amber?
Amber is the semi-precious golden substance. It's an old spelling rule. I before E except after C, and there are some exceptions, including an exception to the old rule. What is the 7-letter synonym for old? Ben.
Ancient.
Ancient, A-N-C-I-E-N-T. What small geometric object would be created by a graph of the following equation? X squared plus y squared equals 0. Patrick. Oh, sorry, we'll take that as incorrect. Any idea, Trinity? Oh, we stumped you both on a point. In March 1964, Americans saw the first verdict televised from a courtroom. Who was on trial for the murder of Lee Harvey Oswald? Ben.
Jack Ruby.
He's the one. It's the shortest constitutional amendment. Oh, we won't get to that question because that sound takes us to the end of our first round. We're going to get ready for the one-on-one rapid fire and Team Lightning round, so don't go away, because WGAL8 Brainbusters continues after this short break.
WGAL8 Brainbusters will return after this. The final 4 teams in the WGAL8 Brainbusters tournament will win cash grants. The 3rd and 4th place teams will receive $1,000 each. The 2nd place team will receive $3,000. And the WGAL8 Brainbusters champions will receive $5,000 in grant money. Now, here's Rich with our coaches and alternates.
Well, hi, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here because it gives me a chance to introduce you to somebody very important, and that's our coach that's here today, and that's Catherine Small. She's an English teacher at Gettysburg. Really thank her and all the coaches for all the efforts they do to get our teenagers here, and especially this year with a lot of scheduling difficulties. And 2 of her students were unable to be here today. That's Lucas Oberholzer-Hess and Spencer Kennedy. Now, there's no coach currently available for Trinity. Both Mrs. Amy Kerstetter, who teaches Spanish, and Mr. Nick Sansone, who teaches science, were unable to be here. But their students are here and they're ready to go. We have a great game going, 70 to 110. It's now time for today's one-on-one rapid fire round. Kim Heinzelman, great to have you here back. You're a junior, and I understand that you like to tell stories and you use that to your advantage.
Yes, I've always had a very vivid imagination, and I found that was really helpful in pursuing creative writing.
And is writing something that you're going to pursue as a career?
I'm hoping to.
And writing is something you can use for any career. So, you know, when somebody sends me something that's well written, I always just enjoy it so much. Ethan Brown is a sophomore from Trinity, and we welcome you back. And I understand that you were part of a geography bee in middle school that probably is advantageous for Ashola and Quiz Bowl in general.
Yeah, in 7th grade, I placed 2nd in the diocesan geography bee. And in 8th grade, I qualified for the state geography bee, but it was canceled due to COVID. So.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And then it's in high school, they don't have geography bees any longer. Well, Ethan and Kim, maybe we'll have geography questions, maybe creative writing questions as we put you two one-on-one. 70% of the population of this state are members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Which state is it? Ethan.
Utah.
Utah is the correct answer. Harvard is the oldest college in the United States. What Virginia school founded in 1693 is the 2nd oldest? Ethan again.
William and Mary.
You are correct, and Yale comes 3rd. He was the director of Jackie Brown and other critically acclaimed movies, Pulp Fiction, Natural Born Killers, Reservoir Dogs, Django Unchained. Who is this director? I'm sure you've seen some movies by Quentin Tarantino. 70 to 130 as we now meet our 2 captains. So first from Gettysburg, it's a pleasure to welcome back Ben Fisher. He did really well in that first round of play. And obviously, you're a great student, and there's some classes that really stand out to you. And there's one class in 7th grade that really inspired you, I believe.
Yeah, I always remember my 7th grade history class and Mr. Allinger, who was the first teacher that really pushed me to advance my love of history into something that I could really use.
And you've continued through high school?
Yes.
Advanced placement, history and stuff? Oh, good for you. And the captain from Trinity, welcome back, Alexandra Arnold. Also did very well in that first round of play. You're a junior, and it's great to have you here. And you do for fun something that's sort of non-academic, but you like to bake. And I understand baking and cooking. What kind of things do you bake?
I like to bake a lot of things. I like to bake things that I can share easily, so I've made a lot of batches of cookies. It's a lot of test batching. All of my friends are very, very happy because I go through several rounds of testing recipes until I get them where I like them, which just means more for them.
Oh, good for you. You know, it's like with cooking, it's all gourmandized immediately, but baking lasts for a long time. Well, Alexandra and Ben, let's put you two one-on-one. In 2015, this 31-year-old South African comedian took Jon Stewart's place as Ben.
Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah took as host of The Daily Show, and he's now hosting the Grammys. Good for you for 10 points. It's also called a hexahedron. What's another name for a regular polyhedron with squares for sides? Then again.
Cube.
A cube is absolutely correct. And now it's time for the Millersville Epic Question of the Week.
Generous Mother is the literal translation of this two-word Latin phrase that refers to the school, college, or university you once attended. What's the Latin?
Ben.
Alma mater.
It's an alma mater, yes. Oh boy, look at those scores. They're getting closer and closer as we now meet our third players in today's competition. So first, it's a pleasure to welcome Patrick Flaherty. First time here, thanks for coming. You are a junior, and you also have a teacher or a class that is really outstanding and has really impacted you as a young man. Tell
Yes,
us
my
about that.
calculus class was a lot of fun to learn. It's a class that I struggled with a lot until when calculus clicked, it kind of opened a world of mathematics to me.
Well, Patrick, you're a junior and you say it was. So you must have taken calculus as a younger student.
Yes, I took it last year, and it was difficult during COVID, but it was definitely a class I liked to take.
Excellent, good for you. And now we say hello once again to Connor Pushart. He's a senior at Trinity, and it's great to welcome you back. And I understand, Connor, that you have military aspirations?
Yes, so I'm looking to do Army ROTC in college, move on to the Army, and then after I want to serve in federal law enforcement.
Oh, good for you. Okay, Connor and Patrick, let's put you two one-on-one. It's the metal in the chlorophyll of a plant, atomic number 12, symbol Mg. What's the metal, Connor?
Magnesium.
Magnesium is correct. The Civil War began with the firing on Fort Sumter in April 1861. In what city's harbor is Fort Connor again?
Charleston.
In Charleston, South Carolina is where Fort Sumter is located. And finally, Tom Stoppard wrote the 1967 play Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. In what other play do these characters appear? We stumped you. It's a play within a play in the play of Hamlet. Okay, great game going 100 to 150. We're now going to pick up the pace and play today's 60-second team lightning round. Ben, your team is behind at this point, but only by 50 points. So here's an opportunity for you to make up ground quickly with one of these three quizzes. A pair of peas, super duper, the een scene.
Let's do a pair of peas.
Sometimes one P just isn't enough. For 10 perfect points, identify these people, places, and things with the initials PP. Ben, I take your answer as the team's answer. Kim and Patrick are ready to help you along. We're going to put 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I finish reading the first question. Good luck to all three of you, and here we go. The boy who wouldn't grow up, according to James M. Barrie.
Peter Pan.
Correct. He picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Peter Piper.
Correct. This Mark Twain novel might be called The Pea and the Pea. The Prince and the Pauper. It's a popular dessert at Thanksgiving.
Pumpkin pie.
Correct. The 20th century Spanish artist was the most prolific of all time.
Pablo Picasso.
He's the one, this Jane Austen novel that fits this category.
Pass.
Pride and Prejudice. He led the rats out of Hamelin Town and then led the children too. That's the Pied Piper. You can win it for drama, history, or investigative reporting.
Pulitzer Prize.
Correct. This short story by Edgar Allan Poe might be called The Pea and the Pea.
Hidden in a Pendulum.
Correct. The procurator of Galilee had Jesus crucified.
Pontius Pilate.
He's the one, the home of the Penguins, the Pirates, and the Steelers.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Correct. The second place most expensive property in Monopoly.
Park Place.
Park Place.
Correct. It's not the highest mountain in Colorado, but it's the most famous.
Pikes Peak.
Correct. John Bunyan's 1678 allegory about Christians' journey to the celestial city. That's Pilgrim's Progress. Well done. 10 correct. 100 points came your way. Alexandra, it's up to you with the two remaining quizzes, Super Duper or the Een Scene.
Super duper.
Super duper. Don't get hyper. If you refuse to whimper and your knowledge is deeper, you can quickly prosper. With 10 super points for providing these answers, which all end in PER. Alexandra, I take your answer as the team's answer. Ethan and Connor are ready to help you along. 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I've finished reading the first question. So good luck, and here we go. Mark Twain's 1882 novel, The Prince and the
Pauper.
Correct. In the evening meal when lunch is dinner.
Supper.
Correct. Nicki Minaj is one, so are Snoop Dogg and Jay-Z.
Rapper.
Correct. It's a multi-story building with an internal metal skeleton.
Skyscraper.
Skyscraper.
Correct. Last name of writer James Fenimore.
Cooper.
Cooper.
Cooper, yes. This house shoe is easy to get on and off and may keep you
Slipper.
from sliding. A slipper, yes. It can precede Tuesday, Highway, Ego, Soaker, and Bowl. Super. You have one on the front of your car and another one on the back.
Bumper.
Bumper, yes. It can be an essay you write for class or the paper you write it on. Paper. The British call this baby's garment a nappy. We call it Pampers and Huggies.
Diaper.
Diaper, yes. A boo-hoo, a slip-up, a mistake, especially on television.
A blooper.
Blooper.
Blooper, yes. A leaping insect in Aesop's fable. He fiddles the summer away while the ant works.
Grasshopper.
Correct. Whitcomb Judson invented the slide fastener in 1893. That's a zipper. To run or go quickly and lightly like children off to play.
Scamper.
Scamper. That was right on the buzzer. Good for you. 11 correct. So 110 points came your way. 200 to 260. It's now time to reveal today's bonus Brainbuster category. So during our break, each of our players will wager 0, 5, or 10 points based on their knowledge of chemical reactions. So we'll have the bonus Brainbuster and, of course, the all-important Final Frenzy when WGAL 8 Brainbusters continues following this.
Watch all this season's episodes of WGAL 8 Brainbusters anytime on WGAL.com. Our online home also includes our tournament schedule and a chance to learn more about the show and host Rich Rosen. Go to WGAL.com and click on Brainbusters.
Well, hi, everybody. Welcome back. We're going down to the wire with our competition between Gettysburg and Trinity. It's now time for today's bonus Brainbuster. During our break, each of our team members wagered 0, 5, or 10 points based on their knowledge of chemical reactions. Let's go to the News 8 newsroom with Paola Tristan Arruda. She has today's question. Paola.
Thanks, Rich. Chemically, it's ferric oxide formed by the reaction of iron and oxygen and the presence of water or air moisture. What is this four-letter word? Again, chemically, it's ferric oxide formed by the reaction of iron and oxygen in the presence of water or air moisture. What is this four-letter word? Good luck with your answer, and now back to studio. Rich?
Thanks, Paola. Good luck, players. We'll give you about 5 seconds. I think everybody's finished. Everybody was eager to write their answer down. Okay, Kim, it's up to you. We always start with you first. Do you have the right answer of rust? Good for you. That is a correct answer. 5 points added to your score. Ben, did you come up with? You did as well. 5-point wager. Patrick, it's up to you now. Rust also 0, not taking a chance. That's okay. 10 points added to your score to Gettysburg, taking you to 210. Ethan. Rust, I guess this was easier than we thought. Alexandra, what did you come up with? Rust, 10 points. Good for you. 15 points, 5 points. Rust is also, so 20 points added to your score. 210 to 280. Well, all the marbles are coming up right now with today's Final Frenzy. It's still anybody's game. You have a little ground to make up, Gettysburg, but you can do it now with this 20-point question. The first World Series was played in October 1903. Another annual competition also began in 1903 in July. The 109th edition begins in July 22 in Copenhagen, Denmark, and ends at the Champs-Élysées, Paris. What is it? Connor?
Tour de France.
The Tour de France, yes. The Statue of Unity is the world's tallest statue, more than 4 times the size of the Statue of Liberty. It was dedicated in 2018 in the state of Gujarat. In what country, Ben?
India.
India. There has come back from Germany to Downing Street peace with honor. I believe it is peace for our time. What British Prime Minister made this optimistic speech? Alexandra.
Neville Chamberlain.
He's the one for 20 points. Shona, Swahili, and Zulu are the most widely spoken languages of this branch. Ben.
Bantu.
Bantu languages, those are they, yes. It was officially ended by a treaty of peace and amity between His Britannic Majesty and the United States of America concluded at Ghent. What was the war? Ben, again.
War of 1812.
You're correct again. It's called the state where the Great Plains end and the Rocky Mountains begin. It's also the equality state. Which western state is it, Connor?
Wyoming.
Wyoming, yes. In 1997, Wynton Marsalis won the Pulitzer Prize in Music for Blood on the Fields, the first Pulitzer for a jazz competition. What instrument does he play? Connor again.
Saxophone.
Not sax, no, sorry. Kim?
Trumpet.
He's a trumpeter, yes. Mitosis is divided into 5 stages, including anaphase, prophase, metaphase, and telophase. Which middle phase is missing? Connor?
Metaphase?
No, not metaphase, no. Any idea? We stumped you on interphase. The Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts awards an annual prize for American humor. Dave Chappelle in 2019. It was Jon Stewart in 2022. For what American humorist is it named? Mark Twain is the correct answer. What is the Earth is one of 2 planets in our solar system that isn't named for a Roman god or goddess. What's the other? We stumped you on Uranus, is named for the Greek god of the heavens. South of the mouth of the Yangtze River, it is China's most important industrial and commercial city. What is this great report, Ben?
Shanghai.
Shanghai is correct. The spongy lymphoid organ is located on the left side between the stomach and the diaphragm. In children, it produces lymphocytes. In adults, it removes worn out red blood cells. The organ is the spleen. Well, this now takes us to the end of the round and to the end of the game, and what a game it was. Trinity, you are returning for round 3, but we hope to see you in just a few short moments.
Scorekeeping for WGAL8 Brainbusters, presented by Jennings College Consulting, where students discover the right college fit for the future. We'll return after this. Welcome back to WGAL8 Brainbusters, the Susquehanna Valley's longest-running high school quiz show. Once again, here's your host, Rich Rosen.
What a game! Gettysburg was inching up in that final frenzy, but Trinity is ultimately victorious, and they are going to return for round 3. Coming up on the next WGAL8 Brainbusters, we're so excited to welcome back Lower Dauphin and Mechanicsburg, and we're expecting another exciting match. Thanks for the pleasure of your time. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you next time. So long.